voice of the voiceless, hopeless. Money never made me being broke did. Good morning, man. Welcome to the OGPOV universe. We're kicking game from an OG point of view. And today is the first day of the rest of my life. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. And that's intentionally. You know, sometimes I wake up and I have a choice. Is this going to be a good day or is it going to be a bad day? And today it's a good day. Kids got up and out early. My lady, she pretty much took care of it. But yeah, that brings me to this. Habits. Habits are habits, good or bad. I don't even think I posted that video, but that's a saying that I move around with over and over. Habits are habits, good or bad. So it don't matter if you're practicing good habits or bad habits, you're gonna form that habit. And that leads me to John Morant. You know what I mean? His gun gestures and shit like that. Like, yes, you should have the freedom to do these things. I know they on his ass something crazy. He should, like the rest of the league, be able to celebrate. I think. You know what I mean? Is he being unfairly targeted? I don't think so. Given his history, he should know better. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I will say this. The NBA should give him just a little bit of leniency because that is a habit. It's a habit to make a three-pointer and, bring the, at a celebration, niggas throwing up threes, B's, all types of shit. We've seen players get in trouble for doing all types of hand gestures. It don't matter if it's towards the crowd, towards another player. People get away with it. LeBron, LaMelo Ball, John Morant is not the only person who's doing these things. But with his history, I can see how it's a heightened view on him. You know what I mean? People's awareness is like, oh shit, all camera. Now, it doesn't help that he's the star player. You know what I mean? They got cameras all over the league. He has to be smarter than that. Thank God they didn't go crazy on him. And matter of fact, let's see what happened. I don't even know if he got suspended. Let's see. Is he suspended? He got punished. So it says, John Morant is not the victim after NBA punishes Grizzly star for a gun gesture. Let's see. So I'm going to read this real quick. It says, the NBA is not out to get John Morant, no matter how much he tries to make himself the victim of his own reputation. We can't even begin with his game winner in Miami on Thursday night because he seemingly hell-bent on making every step about his comeback hell. I just want to know how many games he's out. He said, I'm kind of used to it. I'm pretty much a villain for 2 years now, so yeah, I don't care no more. I can respect that. He on some shit like, I don't even give a fuck. I can respect that, other than the fact that they're paying you millions of dollars to, unfortunately, be a role model. I played in the pros up in the Canadian Football League for the Toronto Argonauts over 10 years ago now. And I remember, shout out to my agent, my former agent, Scott Rochelle, out of KSMG Sports, coming out of Chicago. But he used to always let me know, like, yo, you're a role model, whether you like it or not. So yes, your tweets, things that you have to say to people online, it matters. But let's see this real quick. Let's see, how many games did he have? Let's see, hold on. Oh no. John Morant uses new grenade celebration after finger gun controversy. So now he got grenades. Hold on, let me see this. He threw a grenade in the crowd. Yo, chill! Chill!
He fucking banged it. He fucking banged it. He fucking banged it.
This nigga threw a grenade in the crowd. Like, what's wrong with him?
He fucking banged it. He fucking banged it.
What was the Hold
He
on,
fucking
let me-
banged
Morant.
up.
See that? You see that?
He fucking.
So what was the suspension? Did he get suspended? See now, hold on. He was fined. He wasn't suspended, but he was fined $75K. That's when he said, I'm kind of used to it about being a villain. So he's used to being a villain. I get it, but you know, you are a role model in the NBA. It is what it is. They're paying you millions of dollars to protect the brand. And you know, it is what it is. That is what you're required to do. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you don't like it, here, take this fine while you at it. You know what I mean? That's just kind of where they at with it. You don't like it, take this fine. I respect it. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that the NBA is illegally targeting Ja Morant? Do you think that he should just practice a little bit more, just be a little more humble and just take the humble approach and kind of gracefully bow out? What do you think? Do you think that the NBA is doing too much? You think it should be a simple fix for Ja Morant? Me personally, I think he should just chill out. Like, I get it with the gun gestures. Okay, we can form a habit of not doing that. We can come up with a different celebration, a different response when players taunt you. Speaking to Ja Morant, we could come up with different things, but what you can't do, and I think what you're teetering the line of is you can't play in these people's faces. You can, but when they suspend your ass for the playoffs or some crazy shit like that, just because they know that you intentionally doing shit, don't be surprised. You know what I mean? They're not stupid. These, they're not robots. They have discretion. You feel what I'm saying? So in the same way they can have discretion and not suspend you for the whole year, they can have discretion in the same way and be like, you know what? He playing in our faces. Let's get on his ass. You know what I mean? That's not the goal. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments. Is Ja Morant doing too much? Should he practice better habits? Hop in the comments. Let me know. Follow all things OGPOV Universe on Instagram at OGPOV Universe. Subscribe to the channel here on youtube.com/@OGPOV Universe. It's your man, Tranks, voice of the voiceless, hopeless, money never made me being broke did. Thank you for tuning into the channel, man. Let me know what you think in the comments.